The hospital corridor is dimly lit, with the hum of fluorescent lights and the occasional beep of distant machines filling the air. The atmosphere is thick with tension, as if the walls themselves are holding their breath. Lauren Bolton stands outside the neonatal unit, her face a mask of anxiety and determination as she peers through the window at her premature son. Her eyes are fixed on the tiny incubator, every fiber of her being willing him to keep fighting. Suddenly, the sound of heavy footsteps echoes ominously down the hall. Joel Deering appears, his figure emerging from the shadows with a predatory air. His eyes are cold, and a smug smile plays on his lips. Lauren stiffens, her body instinctively tensing as she senses his approach. Joel's presence is overpowering, a toxic cloud that threatens to suffocate her resolve. Joel starts his verbal onslaught, his voice low and dripping with malice. He throws vicious insults about Lauren's past, each word carefully chosen to cut deep. His taunts about her ability as a mother hit her like physical blows, his sinister smile never wavering. Lauren's face hardens, but the pain in her eyes betrays the turmoil inside. She tries to move away, desperate to shield herself from his venomous words, but Joel blocks her path, leaning in closer as he issues a chilling threat about taking her baby away. From a distance, Dee-Dee Bailey has been watching the interaction, her face a mix of concern and anger. As Joel's threats escalate, Dee-Dee steps forward, her eyes blazing with a fierce determination. She confronts Joel, her voice steady and defiant, warning him that his intimidation stops here. Joel smirks, dismissing her as if she were nothing more than an annoying obstacle. He turns on his heel and walks away, leaving Lauren visibly shaken but comforted by Dee-Dee's unwavering support. The scene shifts to Dee-Dee's apartment, a cozy yet cluttered living room filled with case files, legal documents, and the smell of freshly brewed coffee. It's a warm space, but today it feels like a battleground. Dee-Dee and Lauren sit on the worn-out sofa, the weight of Joel's actions hanging heavily in the air. Dee-Dee leans forward, her voice filled with conviction as she reassures Lauren. She promises to use every resource at her disposal to take Joel down, her eyes flashing with the kind of determination that only comes from knowing you're on the side of justice. Dee-Dee picks up her phone, her expression shifting to one of intense focus. She makes a call to D.S. Swain, her voice steady and purposeful as she outlines Joel's threats. She doesn't hold back, highlighting Joel's manipulative behavior and his clear intent to harm Lauren. As she speaks, Lauren watches her, a glimmer of hope slowly replacing the fear in her eyes. Cut to Dee-Dee's office, a space that mirrors her mind, organized chaos. The walls are covered with legal charts, photographs, and post-it notes detailing various cases. Dee-Dee is in her element, frantically flipping through case files, her desk a sea of scattered notes. She explains to D.S. Swain over the phone that Joel previously worked for Walkett's, a company notorious for its involvement with vulnerable youth. Her voice is tinged with suspicion as she suggests that Joel's employment history might hold the key to exposing his true motives. D.S. Swain listens intently, nodding as Dee-Dee lays out her plan to dig deeper into Joel's past. Their conversation is a meeting of minds, both intent on unearthing the truth. They agree to collaborate closely, with D.S. Swain promising to assign a team to gather more evidence. The camera lingers on Dee-Dee, her face a mix of frustration and determination, as she vows to leave no stone unturned. Shadowy depths of a parking garage, Dee-Dee and D.S. Swain meet in secret to exchange information. The setting is clandestine, almost cinematic, with cars parked haphazardly and the occasional flicker of a faulty overhead light. D.S. Swain reveals that Joel's tenure at Walkett's ended abruptly under suspicious circumstances involving the mishandling of cases concerning vulnerable individuals. The revelation hangs in the air like a heavy fog, and the camera zooms in on Dee-Dee's face, capturing her shock and renewed resolve. Dee-Dee processes the information quickly, her mind racing as she connects the dots. This new piece of the puzzle solidifies her determination to bring Joel to justice. She thanks D.S. Swain, her voice filled with gratitude and urgency, knowing that this could be the breakthrough they need. Back at the hospital, Lauren stands once more outside the neonatal unit, watching over her son. This time, Dee-Dee is by her side, a reassuring presence that bolsters Lauren's courage. Joel arrives, his demeanor as arrogant as ever, but the dynamic has shifted. Lauren is no longer alone, and Dee-Dee is ready for him. As Joel begins to spew his threats, Dee-Dee steps between him and Lauren, her posture calm but commanding. She looks Joel in the eye and tells him that his games are over, her voice unwavering. Joel tries to brush her off, but Dee-Dee doesn't flinch. Instead, She reveals what she's learned about his past, hinting at the legal consequences that are looming. The confidence in Joel's eyes begins to waver, his smug expression faltering as he realizes that he's cornered. At that moment, D.S. Swain arrives, her presence signaling that Joel's actions are now under official investigation. Joel's eyes dart nervously between Dee-Dee and D.S. Swain, the reality of his situation finally sinking in. The tension in the air is palpable, every second stretching out like an eternity. Joel's facade of invincibility crumbles, leaving a man who has finally met his match. The episode concludes with a tense standoff, Joel's eyes flickering with panic as he recognizes that the walls are closing in. The camera focuses on Dee-Dee and Lauren, their bond strengthened by the shared ordeal. Lauren takes a deep breath, her eyes filled with tears but also a newfound sense of hope. She glances at Dee-Dee, who gives her a reassuring smile, a silent promise that justice will prevail. As the screen fades to black, viewers are left on the edge of their seats, eager to see how Dee-Dee's investigation will unfold and whether Joel will finally face the consequences of his actions. The Reckoning is not just a story of conflict, it's a powerful narrative of resilience, courage, and the relentless pursuit of justice. Dee-Dee's determination and Lauren's strength resonate long after the episode ends, leaving the audience rooting for their victory and eagerly awaiting the next chapter of their fight against Joel's dark past.